What's going on, party people? How are y'all doing? Yeah, y'all are so hype. It is awesome. It's probably too late to go to the bathroom, but I know I just didn't have to go like 10 minutes ago, but things changed, right? But I know I feel so blessed to be here. You know, not only because y'all are probably the best crowd I've ever been around, but just because this is just the coolest thing ever. You know, so NYE. Y'all are the bomb. So I'd like to thank a couple of people because I try to be nice and that's how I roll. I'd like to thank Miss Rachel. She is the bomb. You know, she's just been running around behind the scenes all day trying to make this work for y'all. So I just want to give her a shout out. She's the bomb. Thank you, Miss Rachel. I'd like to thank Mr. Lee for following up and having me because this is cool. He met me a little while ago and told me I should come here, so I'm really grateful for that. And then I'd like to thank all the staff and all the teams and all the leaders and the AV guys because, you know, I'm only as good as my mic, so I just want to thank them so much. And then I literally wouldn't be here, not only because they gave birth to me and stuff, which kind of does it, but, you know, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my mom. So I just want to give my mom a shout out because, you know, she's the bomb. She's all I got, and she's been there every step of the way, so I just want to give her a shout out. But, so yeah, I guess before I get started, I'm going to start off with a song. And it's an Ed Sheeran tune, so I know y'all like some Ed Sheeran. So Ed Sheeran is like my musical role model at the moment. He's just super skilled. Is it on? Can everyone hear it in the back? How you doing, back row? Thank you for coming as well. No, all right. I know, it's like they're in Tennessee over there, you know. So big. All right. So this song is called I See Fire. This is to wind and fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high and into the night sky, calling out, Father. Hold fast as we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside. And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the last time, calling out, Father. Stand by as we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside. And now I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire, hollowing souls, and I see fire burning the trees. And I hope that you remember me. And if my people fall, then surely I'll do the same. Can find in mountain holes I got too close to the flames, and calling out, Father. Stand by as we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside. If you know it, sing it. And now I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire, hollowing souls, and I see fire burning the trees. And I hope that you remember me. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes. So if the dark returns and all my brothers die, and as the sky is falling down, it crashed into this lonely town. And with that shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming out. And I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire, hollowing souls, and I see fire burning the trees, and I hope that you remember me. And now I see fire. Oh, now I see fire. And now I see fire. Oh, you know we saw a city burning out. And I see fire, feel the heat upon my skin. And now I see fire. And I see fire burn on and on the mountainside. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gotta have my color-coded notes because I forget stuff, y'all. All right, so I just want to kind of come and talk about some of my life stories, but it shouldn't take too long because I'm not that old, but I know, right? So in short, I'm going to be up here like 30 seconds, y'all. So you just have to hold out that much longer. But so in a nutshell, when I was 7, I was out and about with my madre, and I wore some really dope stuff when I was 7. Like, my threads were so sweet. Like, they were just cool. So one thing that I wore all the time was, like, I'd wear, suspenders and a tie. Like, I was hipster before hipster was cool, y'all. Like, you can dig it. But anyway, so I was out and about, and I wore this, Frank Sinatra, or if you're in the South, you say a Bear Bryant fedora, right? And Bear Bryant was the head coach of Alabama for a while. Y'all should know this, y'all, seriously. But no, I'm an Atlanta boy, so I don't know nothing about Alabama football. But anyway, so I wore this awesome fedora, right? And so I said, hey, Mom, I'm really bored because the food's not here. I was out at this restaurant, and I said, so I'm going to go play some music down in this hallway. And so I started playing my harmonica. I carried it everywhere. And you saw the clip earlier, and I sounded terrible, but it's cool because I tried, so that's all that matters. So that's the first life lesson. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so I was there, and I was wearing my hat, and I got warm, so I took it off. And as I was playing, people thought that I was trying to get money. And I know, so totally worked out. But by the end of the night, I had $80 in my hat, and that blew my mind. I know, so that was really cool. So I'm really quiet, which is rare for me. And I was really quiet as I was in the car ride home, and I remember thinking, well, this is great, because now I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna buy a car, because that's what legit people need to do, is they gotta buy a car. And then I'm gonna retire. Like, all this stuff started flashing in my head, but that's when I realized I had everything I needed, except the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I just realized I had food, I had clothes, I had these like bare necessities that I knew that so many people out there didn't have. And so I remember in news, thanks so much. This is my one hype person right here. They the bomb. Thank you. Yeah. So I just remember thinking, my mom, she's always just done a really good job as far as, from a young age teaching me what matters as opposed to what doesn't, and just, making me aware of other needs and other people. And so I remember, this one newsletter she read me about African orphans who are battling intestinal parasites. And I just remember, how I had everything I needed, so I'm going to give this money away, right? And so I was 7 at the time. And so I donated that money. And honestly, something as small as that one choice to give, I feel like God just used. And it was that one small choice changed my life, right? And it just put me on my path of purpose. And since then, it's just been this crazy mix of music, because that's what I love. So it's been this mix of music and serving and doing whatever we can to make a difference wherever. And so it's just been great. I've worked with over 300 charities now, which is just mind-blowing. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. But and it's just been cool. So I'll show up and try to raise awareness for people who I believe are doing amazing things, because you got to shout out the things that matter. And so that's what I've been about. And so my main message is to teach people to figure out what they love, and then how they can use that to help other people. Because the bottom line is that if you find your passion, whether or not it's music, art, sports, whatever it is, it's just finding that place and then giving from that. Because I find that if you give out of who you are and out of what you love, then it's not a struggle, because I understand that it's really easy to burn out when you give. But when you do it through your passion, it's not a struggle, it's a lifestyle. And it's a lifestyle that you can easily live, all because you're doing it out of what you love. Thanks. Y'all are just hype, man. This is cool. I feel like I can leave right now and we're good. But so it's just a matter of giving out of who you are. And so I think the first thing the first life lesson, and this is the first gift that I think we all need to give, is the gift of ourselves. And so, quick story. I did something called cotillion one year. I don't know, who knows what cotillion is? Yeah, so in a nutshell, it is basically charm school for pubescents, right? That's, puberty, just gonna call it how it is, My voice hasn't cracked yet, but it will. Yeah, but anyway, so I did this, I did this puberty thing, but I did this cotillion thing, and it was cool. You had to wear khakis, which I did not do, because no offense to people who wear khakis, that's just not my thing. I just can't rock khakis, You got to know what you work, and yeah, and that's just not my thing. But anyway, so you basically show up in khakis and blue blazers, and they teach you etiquette. Teach you what fork to use, which I still don't know. So you should get a refund, Mom, because that didn't work. But yeah, I just used my hand because it's the best tool. But anyway, so it was just brutal for me. I just hated this cotillion thing. It just didn't work. The kids were mean, and it was just hard. And so I found myself not wanting to be who I really was because I'm like, well, why be who you are if that's going to be the person they hate? So might as well hate someone that's not you, because then it's not you that they hate. But because that's great logic right there. You can't contest that. But anywho, so I realized, and I remember going in one day, and I said, you know what, Mom, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be who I actually am this last day, because that's all I can do. That's the best thing that I can do, is just be myself. And so it ended up working out, which it was kind of like a movie where it all works out in the end. Thank you. So it just worked out that way. And so I got followers on Instagram at the end of that, which y'all should so follow me, by the way, at Aidan Cares, Aidan, not En. You're going to want to do En, but don't do it. Do An. But anyway, so I just realized, it's so important that we give the gift of ourselves, because that's what matters. Because at the end of the day, why live anything else other than what you were made to be, other than what God put you on this earth to be? And so that's what I know, right? That's what's up. But so that was what I realized. And so I just thought that was cool, to be able to find a cool lesson out of something as grueling as cotillion, and so that's another thing too. Y'all got to be looking for lessons, because they're around, and I realize, with the whole Pokemon Go era, that we're looking for, Blastoise and stuff like that, but you got to be looking for the life lessons in life, right? Not the Pokemon. Don't do that. Look for what matters. And so that was the main thing. And so, and just to talk about that for a minute, I'm a really ADD speaker. So I'll have it written out, and I'll be like, this is the route I'm going, and then it kind of gets sidetracked. So this is what's happening right now, just so y'all know, so you can dig it. But anyway, so I remember one year I was at a dollar store, which is the dopest thing ever invented. Y'all already know what it is. Like, you get stuff from China that you don't need, but you do need. So it's just great. I love that place. But anyway, so we're at this dollar store, and it was around Christmas time, and I remember being on my phone. I just gotten into Snapchat, and I was like, yeah, this is going to fade eventually, but it's cool right now. And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I haven't looked up from my phone the entire time I've been in the store. So I put it in my pocket, and we were checking out, and I looked at the clerk, and I said, hey, Miss Robin, how you doing today? I hope you have a blessed holiday season. And she freaked out. And I'm like, oh, snap, what'd I do, right? And she started getting teary-eyed, and she said, oh my goodness, you're the first person that's taken time to acknowledge me today. You're the first person to tell me to have a blessed holiday season. And it was something so little, right? It was just such a small thing. I didn't give money. I didn't, build her a house. I didn't do anything like that, right? I just told her to have a nice day, and that was a give. That was a gift. And so how many times are we missing that throughout the course of our day? How many times are we not doing that? And I think I know there's going to be some guilt for a minute, but then you got this. But seriously, every time we are in an encounter in life like that, and we're not kind, we're missing it. We're not doing it right, because unless you're being kind consistently, unless you're looking for ways to go out of your zone and to try to impact someone else in even a small way, then we're totally failing. So anytime we're not kind, it's a fail, and that's just how it is. And so that's the main thing. And so thanks. And so I encourage y'all, to just look for those ways that you can give. Look for those things, because they do matter. And so my whole life, my mom and I, we've just been on the road. Not my whole life, I did have a 7-year break, and then I went into it when I was around 8. And so I know, because you gotta have that vacay time, right? And so first 7 years was that. But ever since then, it's just been me living out what I believe I was born to do, and it's been the best way to spend my childhood, I know. because I have well-being at the end of the day. I just feel good about life. And so that's the main thing, is we just got to live out our passion. And, for me, it's music. For you, it's something different. So live that out, because at the end of your life, that's going to be the only thing that matters, because what you reflect on is what happens today and tomorrow and the next day, and those are the things you can't change. And so go ahead and live it the right way now so that you don't regret it tomorrow. So that's the main thing in life to me. But honestly, so my mom, we've just served and everywhere. And so I'll play at hospices, I'll play at hospitals, children's hospitals, and it hadn't been easy. You watch suffering and you watch need, and it's very difficult, but you have to do it. Like, you have to give. Our lives are empty without giving, I believe it. And that's just my whole philosophy on life. And so what I encourage y'all to do is, I think NYE is a great thing to equip you. I think it's a great thing to get you ready for, making a difference. And so I feel really blessed for this conference, and I feel really blessed for all the people who have made it possible. So I kind of want to give them a shout out real quick, because they're awesome, because they love y'all so much, right? Whoever made this possible, they love y'all so much. And your leaders, the people that say walk in the line at the airport, and the people that say make sure you're on time for breakfast, those people, they love you too. So make sure that you listen to them, because they're key. Like, they're key in your life. They want you to be able to go back in your community and make a difference. They want you to be able to do something, And so I encourage y'all to respect them, and to make sure that you're walking out each day doing the best that you can do. And so before I go, I'll talk about this real quick too. This is the ADD part too. But my favorite scripture ever is Matthew 25:40, and I'm not going to get into major detail because I hadn't remembered the whole chapter yet, because I'm not that skilled. But the gist of it is it talks about how when God comes down, in the end, he divides people, and he divides goats from the sheep, right? And on his right hand, he has his sheep, and on his left hand, he has his goats. And the sheeps are the ones, are not sheeps, that's not a word, I just learned that, as sheep. Like, there aren't deers, there are deer. I learned that. It's hard. Being Southern is like, everything's a plural, but you can't do that. But anyway, so the gist of it is, the sheep are the ones that go to heaven. And here's why. They say, Lord, so why did we get this awesome gift? They didn't say awesome, but they said, Lord, why did we get this gift of being able to enter into heaven with you? And he said, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was in prison, you visited me. And he went on this list. And they said, Lord, when were you hungry and we fed you? When were you naked and we clothed you? He said, because you did it unto the least of these, you did it unto me. And so the least of these are all around us, right? Everyone has hidden trials. Everyone has struggles. So the least of these are everywhere. It can be the person next to you. It can be me. It can be anyone. And so it's so crucial that we make sure we're looking out for the least of these, that we make sure we clothe people who need clothes, that we feed people who are hungry, because these are the things that matter. These are the things that take us into the other side at the end of our road. And so I just encourage y'all to be looking for that, because it matters. It really does. And so the main thing, and this is what I'll end on, then I'll do one more song. But the bottom line is, you're going to feel the lie that what you are is not enough, and what your passion is isn't enough, and who you are just doesn't matter. But you can't believe that lie. You have to believe the lie that you are enough, or not the lie, sorry. Blah. Yeah, you're not enough. Peace out. Drop the mic. No. No, I'm kidding. But no, you have to believe that you are enough, and you have to believe that what matters to you does matter. And so live it out. And I know this is the #believe, so #believe in you, right? Because I know I just made that up on the spot. That was skill. No, you can have it. I'll give that hashtag to you because I'm nice like that. But no, believe in yourself and believe in your passion and believe in others. Get your team going and make a difference, because that's the best anyone can do. So I wrote this song that I'm about to play back in March, which was really cool because it's really hard for me to sit down and write anything, whether or not it's like a school report or whatever. It's just really hard for me to write. But this is a song I wrote. And in a nutshell, it's about just loving people where they are. It's about standing with them for that person now. And, I feel like that we just have to love others for the person they are now, and not to wait for them to change, whatever it is, but just go ahead and stand with them. So the song is called Stand With You, and it will be on iTunes soon, which is cool. So, yeah, get this. So I will have an email if y'all come up to me and are interested, and then I will email you the info. So just come up and do that. So yeah, that's my mom giving me some pointers because she's a baller like that. No, all right. It's on. Cool. All right, so yo, the song is called Stand With You. I would say sing along, but I guess y'all can't. Your body is burning, and you don't feel a thing. 'Cause this world is cold. Yeah, and I know, you feel all this pain, but you don't have to hide when you're lost, and you don't have to hide when you're broken. You don't have to hide when you're scared, 'cause I will stand with you. Yes, I will stand with you. And oh, and I know you're without direction. Oh, you strive for perfection and come up short. Oh, when you're looking for peace and you can't achieve it. Oh, no. But you don't have to hide when you're lost, and you don't have to hide when you're broken. You don't have to hide when you're scared, 'cause I will stand with you. Yes, I will stand with you. 'Cause I know who you are, and I love you just the same. Oh, I know who you are, and I love you just the same. Oh, and I know why you stumble, and I love you just the same. And so I will walk with you if I may. 'Cause you don't have to hide when you're lost, and you don't have to hide when you're broken. You don't have to hide when you're scared, 'cause I will stand with you. Yes, I will stand with you. Thank you all so much. Take care. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, and one more thing. Before I go, I gotta get a photo. All right, cool. So here we go. We're gonna attempt this right now. All right, keep it real. Enjoy the rest of the time in Orlando, and be blessed. Thank you.